I don't know if anybody's interested in this little piece of information, but um, just if you heard any of my other videos, you'll hear that I found the justice system extremely corrupt. Here in Canada, first of all, it's supposed to be illegal. Abuse is supposed to be not a legal thing to do here, but apparently it's perfectly legal. And like my ex was able to go to court many, many times without even giving me notice, and that's supposed to be, you're swearing under oath, so that's obstruction of justice, and well, it involved him trying to profit, so that's fraud, and oh, there's another crime. He committed quite a few crimes doing this, but there was no reporting that. You can't report that to anybody. I had gone into the prosecutor's office and hey, this is a crime. This is like food out of my kid's mouth. And she says, no, yeah, it's a crime there, but it's a victimless crime. So I really was interested in our justice system and really needed to do lots of work of what's going on with our Canadian justice system, but this is going on in every country. Now, I have mentioned many, many times that you will get a big aha moment if you read anything to deal with holodynamics. A lot of people think it's a new age or whatever, but it is some cool shit in there. You will get a really big awakening understanding this. Now, the author has a little bit of insanity going on himself. There's a few things that don't make a little sense with what he's saying, but the science that he talks about is perfect. And everything that I could see that was wrong, I was looking for hard science to back up what I could see, because everybody says I'm crazy. So I needed to find scientific proof to prove what it is that I see so that I can have this conversation. And holodynamics explains it perfectly. And basically, if you want to see even the justice system with Julia and Assange, which is extremely important, you can see now that the guy doesn't have to be guilty of a crime. He was accused. They dropped the case. And this is like something that nothing was pursued until information about government and all of government's secrets that keep war and the economic system crashing and, the Gulf oil, every single aspect of everything that's wrong and crashing right now, you're about to find out why. And the people that are guilty of all that don't want that information out. They actually own the judges. And I mean, you will see that any judge that's going to prosecute Julian Assange, they're going to be judging from the perspective that they think they're going to be doing something right. To protect themselves. They all have to network together to be able to pull off this friggin' game. And so it will be a lot of pressure, but ultimately there ain't no judge anywhere on this planet that can tell the difference between right or wrong. Specifically because, as we've seen in these conversations, we have a perspective. And a judge, while tries to be biased, he's friggin' human and cannot in any way, shape, or form be not biased, will judge every aspect of any court case. So if they're wealthy, then if you present any type of evidence that proves your point of view, but you would be the guy that can't afford the better lawyer that can manipulate the truth, that's all it is manipulating truth. It's not about presenting evidence or truth anymore. It's about who can tell the biggest lie, who can afford to be the most, the twist words, because I see more bullshit lies. My own lawyer's all bullshitted. It's like I'm presenting them the truth, but when they get in front of a judge, my own lawyers were lying. So that's the game, is who can tell the biggest lie. And they all think that they're right because they got an education. And they all got their education from, some teachers like Flanagan that says this is the right thing to do. So if you were a police officer, I'd be a little bit wise to who you're protecting. Because if you have a mother, or if you have kids, or you have friends that aren't in the police department, guess what? You're pretty much killing them because you're protecting the wrong guys. Anybody that's a judge or a lawyer right now, I'd be quitting work because you are part of a very corrupt system that even police will prejudge any situation that they're investigating, and they cannot receive information because generally if you're a victim you'll be really rageful, and just because you're really, really pissed off you tend to look more guilty, and they don't really look for all information, they look at the person that's angry. And that's, a lot of these really, really smart people tend to be as calm as possible. If you look at Hillary Clinton, that's what she's saying about what another president, that I wonder how she handles stress. And it's like, yeah, when you're bullshitting, how much can you keep calm? When you know shit's about to hit the fan, can you detach yourself from all human life and all emotion and just do what the job needs to be done without having any connection to what it is the end result is that you're going to do? So it's like, I would not participate in that game because right now when shit's going to hit the fan, it's lawyers that are not going to be protecting the right people. It's judges that are not going to be protecting the right people. And us, the people, kind of need a little bit of protection. And if the protection all works for the bad guys, then as a cop, all you look like is you're the bad guy now. And I've had firsthand that when I went to the police department and tried to get help from my abuser, they came out at me as a group and said, look at you. Nobody's going to believe a word you say. So that's what they say to women that are looking for help. When you think that there's a police officer that's going to help you out of abuse, I can pick up the phone and the police will always protect me. That's a con. That's a lie. They don't really do that. They basically are there to, okay, after he kills you, we'll just call him guilty. There's zero protection for any woman that's dealing with abuse. So, a little bit of a wake-up call that this is a manhunt by a lot of criminals that are found in every friggin' country that are trying to shut up Julian Assange. And it doesn't look like they're going to be too successful because it sounds like there's thousands and thousands of people that have this material. Every time they try to shut him up, more and more people want to help, more. Every time they want to not make you look at it. It's against the law for you to look at any of this information. Geez, why would it be against the law to look at information? And then they got this, you're going to be conned into the, well, politically, for diplomatic reasons. Yeah, diplomatic reasons means they got to manipulate other countries to pull off a lot of bullshit, and they're going to make the story look like they're heroes about something, but look at the world. Every one of these guys that are manipulating, your main goal, your intention, your objective, it ain't going to be the best objective for everybody else. And, it's putting a target on the states. You, the people, getting a target put on your face by all of your police that want to protect all of your politicians and all your really, really wealthy guys. Anybody that's got a lot of money in their pocket, I'd be hauling them off to jail and ask them how'd you earn that money. Because chances are anybody that's got a massive amount of wealth, there's the guilty guys. And they're the guys that owns the guards, that owns the cops, that owns the judges, that owns the police, or the judges and the politicians. Everybody that's against WikiLeaks, is a criminal now. And you know what? We have this little aspect of our law that says ignorance of the law is no excuse. So it's like, if you got a son, a father, a daughter, anybody in the police department, maybe kind of nudge them a little bit and say maybe it's time to quit the job and maybe do volunteer work like citizens neighborhood watch, because all neighborhoods are going to need a little bit of protection from some good guys that actually want to protect our neighborhood, and that goes in every country. I'm just talking out loud. Food for thought. Peace out.